Welcome back to the Big Movie Mouth Off. We're still here at Rui's reviewing more movies. I'm Jeff Weiss with MSN Entertainment.
And I'm Jimmy Martin with Slug Magazine.
Our next movie is Cars 2, Disney Pixar's follow-up to the anthropomorphic car comedy adventure.
Such a great word.
I know. In this one's sort of a spy adventure, actually. While Lightning McQueen is off running a Grand Prix type event, Mater has become involved in espionage. Yeah.
Mistakenly so.
And by this, I mean we get a lot of Larry the Cable Guy.
Too much Mater.
Yes.
I'm looking for a car.
Look out, ladies. Mater's fitting to get funky.
How'd you like to come and see the world with me?
You mean it?
International passengers must drive through security.
The World Grand Prix. 3 races, 2 continents, but only one winner.
Ka-chow!
There's an American liaison under deep cover.
Domo arigato.
These Americans are clearly master spies.
Oh, you've got to be joking.
When this movie started, the opening scene, they have created a James Bond film.
Absolutely.
It starts with Michael Caine as one of the voices, and it's this epic battle, escape, being shot at. I mean, cars blowing up. I mean, you know,
It's
in the
really-
Cars world, that means they die. You know,
It's really fun. I was actually giddy after that opening sequence.
It
I
was
was like, if
fantastic.
the film is going to be like this.
It was amazing. And then when I realized about 30 minutes into it, I'm like, oh, they're making a Mater movie. And not only is it a Mater movie, it's a Mater movie where they think, you know, he's mistakenly identified as a spy, and they bring him in the world, and he constantly tries to tell him that he's not a spy. And I go in my brain, they did not make a James Bond movie. They have actually recreated the horrible Richard Grieco, If Looks Could Kill. And shame on you, Pixar, for doing that, because that is awful. To make me even think about that movie again, it just hurts. And my problem with this is because I've never walked out of, even this one, I didn't walk out saying, I hate you, Pixar, you've ruined everything.
No, but
some kids' movies I have.
Yes, but they set the bar so ridiculously high.
We expect perfection.
Yes.
And you know, maybe we should realize that they are only human and you can't, you know, strike lightning. God, was it 9 times now? I mean, pretty much every time they've done
this
it.
is number 11,
I
actually.
mean, every time they do it, they nail it. But then when I started thinking about it, it's like, the first Cars, yeah, it's all right. But it's not the first one of their franchises I would have liked to have seen a sequel to.
No.
You know, where's My Incredibles 2 is what I want.
Right.
But
Jimmy,
You-
action figures sometimes don't drive. Well, actually, sometimes they do
hey,
drive.
action figures will sell.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, though, is that in the first one, at least you had a beautiful relationship between Owen Wilson and Paul Newman. Now, God rest his soul, Paul Newman has left us, and that's understandable. But to make a Mater movie,
Thank you, Stevenson.
Yeah, I think that should just about do it.
Perfect.
So, Mater, it's voice activated. But, you know, everything's voice activated these days.
What? I thought you were supposed to be making me a disguise.
Voice recognized. Disguise program initiated.
Cool. Hey, computer, make me a German truck.
Request acknowledged.
Check it out. I'm wearing Mater hoosiers. Make me a monster truck.
Request acknowledged.
What the? I want to save on your gas. Now make me a taco truck.
Request acknowledged.
A funny car.
Request acknowledged.
The idea is to keep a low truck.
that's where I'm like, I don't get the process. It just seems like they were going, with Pixar movies, you can usually see that adults and kids can enjoy it at the same level.
Right.
Whereas this one, I would say you were going to see a lot of smiling children and hear a lot of groaning parents.
And see, I think there are parts that pander to both.
Parts.
I think the auto racing stuff and the spy stuff panders to adults, and it may bore and confuse kids. And there are really dumb aspects that are pandering to kids too, including a lengthy toilet gag.
Yeah, to me, it's just, it's so much. I mean, I thought Larry the Cable Guy was, I want to say dead like 10 years ago. Maybe it was right after Cars. Maybe I was misinformed.
Yes.
Maybe it was my
apparently.
hopeful wish. But he's so irrelevant nowadays.
I know.
I don't get it, you know? And so Pixar's never baffled me like this. And that's where I always get upset because I'm like,
I know.
what are you doing? So, the more I think about it, the more I don't like it. And that right there has never happened to me with a Pixar movie.
No, and you're right. My opinion of the film drops as the days go.
Yeah.
And I start to think about things, and I start to think of how much Larry the Cable Guy there was in the film, and ridiculously, how little Owen Wilson there was in the film.
He's barely in it.
I don't know why he's top billed because it's Larry the Cable Guy's movie.
I've noticed. I was thinking about that. I mean, you look at all the posters, and there's, you know, Lightning McQueen right in the front, and there's Mater in the back, and I'm like, no, you just need to switch those cars.
Yeah.
But, you know.
That being said, a bad Pixar film still would be regarded by many studios as...
That's true. That is absolutely true.
Yeah. In spite of that, as my opinion drops, I am now giving it 2 stars.
Yeah, that's exactly where I am. It's just, it's one of those movies, when I ride, I won't say when I ride a Pixar movie, because it feels like a roller coaster, you know what I
Right.
mean? And when I get off, I want to go right back on. And this one, I just walked right to my car and said, maybe I'll see you on DVD and Blu-ray.
And it
'Cause
hurts, by the way, that preceding Cars 2
I knew you
is
were
a
gonna mention
new
it. I knew it.
Toy Story short.
That outshines that
That is
movie.
9 gazillion times better.
And
It's
see,
so
that's
good.
a problem.
It's so
That is a
good.
problem. You know, and if this is the only way we can see the Toy Story franchise, then so be it. But I mean, when a 6-minute short film outshines your 2-hour movie.
The Toy Story short's brilliant. They should just give them the Oscar now.
See, I don't even think about it anymore, because now I'm going to start hating Toy Cars 2 more. All right, 2 stars each. So we're going to wrap this up. You know, we talked about Bad Teacher. This is a week where we agreed a lot, because we both gave it
I
2.5
know.
stars. And then we talked about Conan O'Brien Can't Stop. You know, it's funny, because the more I think about that one, I almost want to go up to 4. But I said 3.5, I'll stick there.
Yeah.
3.5 each, and then we ended it with Cars 2 at 2 each. So we're on sync here. We're on sync.
No, it's weird.
So next week we'll talk about Transformers: Dark of the Moon, one of the weirdest titles. I think Pink Floyd's probably pissed.
Yeah.
And
Larry Crown.
Larry Crown, and we'll see if Transformers can redeem itself, because Part 2 was an abomination. So we'll see you guys next week.